Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So today I'm going to be bringing you my Sky Striker February 2025 deck profile. Going to kind of go over some test hands, combos, as much as I can. Pretty much with Sky Striker being a control deck, it is kind of hard to show combos per se. Scrolling through YouTube, I was trying to look up stuff on how to learn how to play this deck. I found a few Master Duel videos, however, not too many test hands. So I'm going to kind of go over that at the end of the video, kind of quickly go over the cards. I feel like if you're pretty much looking up Sky Striker, you kind of know what it does already. It's been around so long. So yeah, let's go over the deck profile and then get into some test hands and combo video or combo stuff afterwards. Okay, so to begin the deck, we got the main starter. We have Sky Striker Ace Ray. So with Ray, she's pretty much your primary normal summon. You use her to get into your links, start the link climbing. Does have the quick effect to bounce out if she does try and get negated, and also has a graveyard effect. So you usually do want to keep Ray in the graveyard. And then our other normal summon is Sky Striker Ace Rose. Pretty much never really want to start with Rose. However, if you don't get Ray or the Hornet Drones or Engage or Linkage, Rose is kind of the next best starter after those. All right. And now we got the best card in the deck, back at 3. Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. Use this as your main searcher, plus draw. Usually, whole deck is run with a bunch of spells. So you're always gonna try and search Engage, just pretty much get Engage to draw and search a card in the deck. Using Kagari to re-get Engage, get another card, and then draw another card. We also have Sky Striker Mobilize Linkage. So with Linkage, you pretty much use it to FTK. It can also be a starter. Typically, you always want to go second with this deck. And with Linkage, you can use something like Regeki, Lightning Storm, then send it off, and then get one of your Link monsters and kind of start going from there. We have 3, Widow Anchor. Widow Anchor pretty much still change of heart, quick play spell, steal your opponent's monster, negate your opponent's monster. Then we have some 1-ofs, Hornet Drones, Area 0, and multi-roll. Some people do use multiple multi-rolls. I do just like one in the deck. Use it to kind of reset your back row after you use them. They do get banished afterwards. Hornet Drones is another starter. Most likely will be coming back to 3 for sure by the end of the year with the new alternative arts. I'm assuming that's when their TCG is going to at least unban it from the ban list. Right now it's currently limited to 1. Area 0 can use it as a starter by sending, if multi-roll can send Area 0, get your Ray out on the board and kind of go from there. Or Area 0 can use it as like a pot of duality effect. You target one of your back row and you can search the top 3 cards of your deck and you pretty much get a Sky Striker card from there. Some other 1-ofs, we have Shark Cannon and Afterburners. Afterburners is kind of one of the only back row cards I keep in the deck. Primarily you use it to destroy a monster. However, usually if you have 3 spell cards in your graveyard, which you usually do, then you can target a back row as well. Shark Cannon, was thinking of running 2 of it, kind of using it as like a DD Crow to banish one of your opponent's monsters in their graveyard. That's the Sky Striker engine. Then we do have some 1-ofs as well. Reinforcement of the Army, Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave, just kind of protection. Also, you can use it as like a board breaker. Banish one of your opponent's graveyard monsters. Can negate it for this turn and the following turn. Reinforcement of the Army, pretty much read that as Sky Striker Ace Ray. Then we have some board breakers. We got Lightning Storm and Harpy's Feather Duster plus Regeki. So Lightning Storm, back row, monsters in attack. Also with Regeki, I'm kind of going back and forth if I do want to run 3 of them. For now, I just like the old school playstyle of this deck, so I am keeping 3 Regeki in it. And then Harpy's Feather Duster for back row as well. Then I also run, kind of use that as 3 more engages. Triple Tactics Thrust, plus 2 talents. Draw 2, steal a monster, rip a card out of your opponent's hand, use Thrust to get engage. Pretty much see it as 3 more engage. Then we got some draw cards, 3 Upstart Goblin, 3 Pot of Desires. Deck needs to kind of go into your deck, kind of fetch out cards you need, so you need the draw power. And then just to top off the deck, we have 3 Infinite Permanences. One of the only other cards actually to kind of help with back row, if someone has like Scale Drain, other back row cards like that, also just a good hand trap to have. So now I'm gonna go over the extra deck. Still tuning up the extra deck. I don't have the newest Sky Striker card, so there is gonna be 1 card taken out. But to start, we have the main card in the extra deck is Kagari. I always want to run 3. You pretty much use it on its summon, grab Sky Striker spell from the graveyard. Typically want to get engaged. You use engage, use Kagari, get engaged, double search, double draw. The other card, you can run 2. I do have 3 right now just because I am messing around still with the extra deck Shizuku. During the end phase, after you usually want to end with Shizuku on your end board, and then you add a Sky Striker card during the end phase to your hand. Hayate, use it for the 1-turn kill, typically sending Rose to the graveyard, and then using linkage and kind of going for 8k damage that way. Only run 2 of it, don't necessarily feel like I need the 3rd. I am running 2 Zeke for now. I just using Widow Anchor to kind of get their monster and link it off. I really enjoy doing that. The one kind of use it if you need some life points, mainly use it to kind of survive a turn on its summon. You can target an opponent's monster and they cannot attack. So if you need to survive a little bit. And then we have some 1-ofs. We have Underworld Goddess, Nightmare Unicorn, SP Little Knight, and we have Access Code Talker. Access code, never really go into it. We don't really link climb too much, but just have it for now. Underworld Goddess, kind of an out to like cards like Dragoon. Don't really have many cards without having Forbidden Droplet in my deck at the moment, so I do like to keep it in there just in case. Typically you don't fill your board up too much, but when it does happen, it does come up. Nightmare Unicorn could be the other Nightmare Phoenix card as well, and SP Little Knight go into it a lot with this deck. So now I'm going to kind of go over some test hands and then kind of see what the deck can do. Okay, we are back. So I'm going to go over some test hands. As I was doing the test hands combos, I was thinking it would look a little better if we do have monsters on the opponent's side, possibly some back row. Since we are going second, they would most likely have an established board. So I figured going against stun, I know a lot of people hate going against stun. Just to fast forward in case, I don't know, someone had a combo, pretty much stun kind of does the same exact thing. So we do have a Fossil Dyna, can't special summon, and I have 3 back row set. We have Stormy Mirror Force, Solemn Judgment, and Crackdown. So I'm gonna see if we can break this board. Solemn Judgment in case I do have Heartbeats, and then Stormy Mirror Force to attack, Crackdown just to take a monster, and then obviously we can special summon. So we're going to cut the deck. All right, and draw 5. We got Ray, multi-roll, Lightning Storm, there we go. Upstart, and Called by the Grave. Okay, so we would be going second, so we would get 1 more. There we go, so engage, perfect. Okay, so to start, I would say we would just go with Upstart, give them 1,000, draw another card, and now we got Linkage, okay. All right, so obviously we have back row we want to deal with. We have one spell in the graveyard with Upstart. Let's go with, let's go with Lightning Storm. So Lightning Storm, they Solemn Judgment that. Okay, so we still can't special summon. Now we're gonna do multi-roll and trying to think how we can get another. So let's just do engage. We are going to search for, could do Hornet Drones, but I'm thinking we're just gonna go with Widow Anchor here. So another thing with my page, I am pretty much learning all these decks. Long-time collector, play Master Duel a bit. Never really, I've gone to locals a few times, not much success. but I am trying to learn the game. So with these combo videos, I'm trying to show pretty much a noob trying to learn the game a bit, just a different perspective. All right, so we have multi-roll, we got engage. Obviously still can't special summon. They have Crackdown, they have Stormy Mirror Force. So, you know what, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I want to get rid of that back row and I want to get rid of this, so it's not, oh, there you go. Afterburners, we'll go with that one. So then we'll target this. So I don't remember which ones these are. Target this one. So we got Stormy and Mirror Force. So they do have a Crackdown still. Actually, this is perfect because we summon Ray. Most likely they have Crackdown left. Let's just say they had another monster. So Crackdown, activate by targeting one face of monster your opponent controls, take control of that monster. We would use Ray's effect, bounce it off the field. And from there, we can go into this. Bam. So we skip that effect. Now we have, actually, let's see if we can do the OTK. So we're gonna go Sky Striker Ace Hayate, enter battle phase, attack for 15, use the effect. We are going to send Sky Striker Ace Rose. From there, we are going to use linkage, send this off. Bam. So Kagari's attack actually goes up because we use linkage. If you have at least one light and one dark Sky Striker Ace monster on your field or in the graveyard, the summoned monster gains 1,000 attack. So it is now 2,500 because we have Rose and Ray. So then use Kagari's effect to get linkage back in hand. Attack for 2,500. Use this again. Actually, is that gonna be enough? I'm not sure. So then we go into use this, bam, attack for another 25. That is actually only 6,500. So you would have wanted to attack with Sky Striker Ray, which would do the FTK. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in just because I am learning as well. We are short 1,500. So now we would just keep that in. Yeah, we're gonna keep it in, add at the end of the turn. Also set our Called by the Grave. And then we used 3 cards so we can get engage. Keep 3 in the graveyard, so we're just gonna get Afterburners. Set both of those, switch them around. End of the turn, use Shizuka's effect, add a Sky Striker that is not in our graveyard. We will just add Widow Anchor. Okay, let's say our opponent goes again. We have Widow Anchor in hand, 4 back row set. Let's say they special or they normal summon again. Can't special summon, can't attack. And I would say we can just give them a judgment. Make it a little fair for them. So they have judgment. They have Fossil Dyna. All right, they pass, we draw. We get Pot of Desires. We're not gonna use that yet. So we can actually, so use Called by, target the other Fossil Dyna they have. They're gonna Solemn Judgment. They don't want us to special summon. Then we can Widow Anchor, take their monster. We still have linkage. Just to kind of show you what else the deck can do. We can link these 2 off, get rid of their monster, get rid of ours. We go into a Sky Striker Zeke. Widow Anchor goes to the graveyard. We use Engage just to get some follow-up. Let's just get a Hornet Drones. We draw a card, we get Thrust. Kind of useless in this specific matchup. Engage gets banished. We still have Afterburners we could have used. We could now use Pot of Desires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Banish. Draw 2. So we had infinite ways to negate that Fossil Dyna. Plus Afterburners right here. Zeke can send this, attack for 25, or just finish the game now with 25. We could also link the Zeke off into this. Use the effect to get our Widow Anchor back. We have 2 negates, we had the board wipe. We have this if we're reversing the combo deck. We have another starter for follow-up. Use the desires. Still have this as well. Let's go into one more. Okay, so we are gonna do one more test hand. Kind of just see what the deck typically draws. Cut the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So yeah, let's say they had the same field. They had these 3. We draw a 6 card, Pot of Desires. We try and Lightning Storm. They Solemn. We Lightning Storm again. Back row is gone. We Regeki. Empty field. This time you'd be able to do the FTK. Yeah, so we're gonna keep the desires back here. We summon Ray, enter battle phase, attack for 15, bounce Ray. I'd say attack for 15, use the effect. We send, actually we can't do that again. Okay, so again, still learning the deck. So we had to have started with linkage or engage, which we didn't. So we're just gonna go ahead and send an engage. So they are down 3,000. We have those, okay. So main phase 2, link off, activate Kagari's effect, get engage. So we know we're playing stun. We're going to use engage, search for Widow Anchor. Yeah, I believe that's the best one to get right now. Yeah. Plus we draw a card. There's our linkage. Okay, so now we link this off. Bam. What do we have? We have engage in the graveyard. We have Ray in the graveyard. We have spells. So let's go ahead and Pot of Desires. We banish 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we draw 2. We got Afterburners. Infinite Permanence. We banish Thrust. Nothing big. We got a Widow Anchor, and that's pretty much it. And our error is 0. Okay, so now we have back row. Put the Infinite Permanence right there. Back row. Okay. So let's say opponent goes, let's just say they had another Solemn Judgment that they didn't put down. In fear we're gonna get their back row. They summon again, they set. We draw for turn. We have Thrust, dead card against them. We now go, we're gonna target, they solemn, Widow Anchor, we take their card, we go into Zeke, linking their card plus our card. Oops. Okay, they have an empty field, we have Zeke. Now we can do that. Go for the kill, link off. We attack for 15, use the effect. Actually, we have Rose in hand. So, doesn't really matter. We're gonna kill them anyway. Does this say, so it says, you can send one screen from your deck, okay. So we're just going to send, let's just send a short cannon. Okay. So they have 5,000. You Solemn Judgment, 25. You Solemn Judgment actually prior. So they have 1,200. They pretty much lost already. Use linkage, send this. Attack, we go for game. All right, so that's pretty much a little bit what Sky Striker can do. Wipe the board, search your deck, draw some cards. I think that's the funnest part that a lot of people do play. Widow Anchor and Engage are really fun cards. Just being able to run cards like Thrust, Talents. Pretty much your deck is a toolbox. So many different ways you can play the deck. I feel the best way is to go in second version. A lot of the decks I am looking up show Forbidden Droplet, so that is the card I would most likely add and replace the Infinite Impermanences. Just another board breaker, whereas this is just kind of a hand trap. You don't really care about just negating one card when you have the blow up cards. Not really. The deck doesn't have too many cards that can deal with high attack monsters or monsters that can't be targeted. So I feel like Forbidden Droplet is definitely something I am going to add in the future. Again, not really the most competitive deck, but I am not the most competitive player. So that does not really matter. This is a really fun deck. Really like the artwork, and it's most likely going to be getting support as well. I know Master Duel has some of the cards already. In regards to the extra deck cards, alternative art cards. Just showing what a test hand would be. You have a starter, we have a go in second card, we have some other Sky Striker cards. You would draw a 6 card, you would use Upstart, draw another 6 card. You have board breakers, graveyard hate, raise bounce. Yeah, okay. So to end the video, I am gonna open some mail as well. I'm gonna put this on a brief pause and kind of get the mail situated and go from there. Okay, so we got some mail. Just some foreshadowing to show what other deck profiles I am gonna be creating and posting on the channel. Again, this is a new channel, so I have decks currently that I am going to be showing off. I have the Yugioh deck. Going to do a stun deck for kind of, I guess, new players and just for the community that enjoys playing stun. Not necessarily the funnest deck to play against, however, it is a deck that I typically show either people that are trying to get into the game, just very simple deck to kind of get into. All right. Speaking of stun, we got one of the cards. Fossil Dyna. It is toxic, it is beautiful. You hate to play against it, you hate when you see it. Recently did get, I think, top 16 at a YCS. So it's still seeing success. I feel like stun is just one of those decks that will always be around. So I'm going to capitalize on that, show a test hand, not combo video necessarily, because the combos are pretty much summon and set for back row. But just kind of showing what stun can do. All right, so let's see. We have some Malice cards. So Malice, Yugioh, Pretty much the main cards or the main decks in the TCG at the moment. Really nice artwork, very similar to Sky Striker actually. If I didn't know any better, I would say they are Sky Striker cards. Kind of use these cards to fill out the $5 quota off TCG Player to get free shipping. We also have Sacred Fire King Garunix, Fire King Ponix, and Fire King Sanctuary. When I first came back, I feel like Snake Eyes was very popular in Master Duel. So Snake Eyes was a deck that I really enjoyed playing, and pretty much can't play that in the TCG no more, so the next best deck was just straight up Fire King, very similar. Got some Spellbone, some more Malice, Fire King High Avatar Kirin. Really like the artworks for the Fire King cards, and just very nostalgic as well. When I used to play, Fire King was a very popular deck with the old structure deck, not the new one, the old one, maybe 10 years ago. Speaking of structure decks, we have Sage with Eyes of Blue. Going to try and find that as well. We got some blue eyes. I ended up buying the original art, so these were just really cheap though, so might as well pick them up. Just some cards to add to the structure deck. They're cheap hollow, so figured why not. And for the last two, hopefully this video isn't too long. Well, and there's the rest of the fossil dinos for the playset. Really like the artwork. Just a really cool card as well, I feel. With the special summon effect, and then also if this card is flipped face up, destroy all special summon monsters. So you can use it as a go second card if you can keep it alive. If you already have another one, you can set this one just to kind of clear their field. I think I just use these to kind of fill out the $5 quota on TCG as well. Kind of got a little bit of warping going on there. So much for near mint. Last opening, and we have a Book of Eclipse. And there's the rest of the stun deck I picked up. Dark Holes, Banish for the Radiance. I'm going to be making a first time, pretty much, if you don't like reading in Yu-Gi-Oh type of deck, I'm gonna make a series with that, with cards similar to Dark Hole, Banisher of the Radiance. You summon him, every card that's sent to the graveyard is banished instead, and another fossil dino pretty much. No monster's gonna be special summoned except for water. So unless you're going against Mermail, it is pretty much another fossil dino. So that is pretty much it. Again, gonna be posting fairly frequently, hopefully, at least a deck profile every week, and then kind of going over test downs as well. So that pretty much wraps it up for the Sky Striker deck. Hope you enjoyed the opening of the mail. Hopefully it doesn't make the video too long. And I hope you tune in for the next video as well. I hopefully should have one at least every other day. If not, at least 2 to 3 times a week I will be posting. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.